Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Clarity 1129, and welcome to a fresh pick a card reading. This is about the full moon in Libra. On the 6th of April, we have a full moon in Libra, and if you want to know the exact time, whether it's the 5th or 6th, depending on where you are, you can always Google it and find out. But this is the time of completions, all full moons. And the one in Libra talks about things which are aesthetic. Things, Libra is ruled by Venus. So it's all about balance, it's all about beauty, it's all about, seeing in the past 6 months from a Libran point of view, what are the things that you have learned and what can you use to move you forward, and what you have to leave behind which is holding you back. For one, you know that Librans, while they are always need to be balanced, and that's why they take a time to decide. They take their own sweet time to decide, because they don't want to make a decision which is unfair. But at the same time, this leads to a lot of hesitancy, and they don't they're not able to move forward because they're always in this energy of thinking, is this the right way or that the right way? So we are going to look at a lot of little things during this time. I have pre-shuffled the cards, both the oracle as well as the tarot cards. We're going to be asking 6 questions, and each tarot card will answer each question. And then we've got advice card. One is the one which you're going to choose from, and the other one is a moonology card. All right, it's going to be a quick reading, but it will be enough for you to know what is it that you can use, what you've learned from the past 6 months for the future. All right, so this is what we are going to take a look at. Now I've put this as the basic part of your reading. This is full moon, surrender to the divine. So this is one thing which is something that we all should know, that the universe has a way of functioning. The universe knows, every single thing that's happening behind the scene is known to the universe, is known to the divine, whether you and I see it or not. All right. So beyond a certain point, when you realize you can't really change things, you can just do what you can do, and you have to leave the rest. Then surrender to the universe. Just think positive and know that whatever will happen for your highest vibrational good. All right. And along with that, you get full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So however grim your life is looking at this time, know that in the coming times, things are going to change, and they're going to change whether they work in your favor the way you want it, or otherwise it's going to be in your favor. Sometimes, there is this saying which is that if what you want happens, then great, but if it doesn't, it's even better, because then it's the God's way that's happening, the divine way that's happening for you, which is going to be the best, the most optimal. All right. So keeping that in mind, I am going to now introduce you to the piles. We have got 5 piles because I wanted maximum number of people to benefit from this. And I have got 5 goddesses here. All right, I'm just going to read out the names right now, and then I'll read the message behind the card for you at the end of the reading. All right, so to begin with, we have pile number 1 with the hopeful. The number 16 could be significant. Pile number 2 is the Sibyl. The number 5 could be significant. Number 3, pile number 3 is the number 43 and fortune teller. Pile number 4, the number 14, or the drama queen. I have switched off that light, so I hope there's no glare. I can't see it till the reading is complete. And last but not the least is pile number 5, the number 22, with the Peacemaker. I hope I've shown you all the cards properly. All right. So pile number 1 is the hopeful, pile number 2 is the Sibyl, pile number 3 is the fortune teller, pile number 4 is the drama queen, and pile number 5 is Peacemaker. So now, my dear seekers, close your eyes and take in a deep breath. Hold and release. as you release, open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. If you're drawn to more than one, you may have messages in more than one. If you don't feel called to anything, then maybe there isn't a message for you. However, if you have clicked on this reading, chances are there is something in it for you. Either ways, do not force fit anything. It is a general reading. It's also a timeless reading. All right. So let's begin. I'll just clear out these cards here so that it makes space for your reading. Oh, I hope I remember the order. Okay, that was 2, that was 3, that was 4, and that was 5. All right. We'll shift these cards up and we'll take a look. So we begin with the Moon, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Hermit. Is it all coming in? More or less. Okay. The Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay. And then we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. And we have the Hopeful. All right. I should have done this earlier. All right, so we've got all cards in front of us, and now let's take a look. All right. First and foremost, what support will benefit you, my dear pile number 1, at this time for you to make a choice? All right. And you get the Moon. So if you're in a period of confusion, you're being asked to tap into your intuition at this time, because your intuition will be on point. And especially during full moons, as we're closing into full moons, this intuitive nature is heightened, because the moon is the divine feminine, and full moon is when it's at its best, when everything comes to light. So this is the time you're going to get a lot of clarity. All right. And use your intuition. Wherever you feel a decision has to be made, just tap within. This is a very powerful time for you to get answers. All right. So this is what you're being told. This time, the support that you need is from your own self and not from somebody on the outside. All right. However, if there is maybe a Piscean or a Cancerian whom you do look, whom you look to for counsel, maybe they will be able to shed some light on whatever it is that you're trying to find out. But final decision should be following your intuition. All right, my dear pile number 1. Just know at this point, I think if you are losing hold, you're being told to not give up at this time. All right, have faith, surrender to the divine. After you make a decision, you may not know all the answers right till the very end, but nothing will move if you don't take that step. So take that step, whatever it is. No step is wrong. Nothing is wrong. It's, I've been saying this on different readings. If you are meant to go from A to B, and you're supposed to choose a path before that, a final thing, if this is your final destination, no matter what path you choose, the divine will make you reach where you're supposed to reach. So maybe it will be a zigzag road or a straight road, or whichever road, it doesn't matter. If you follow your intuition, chances are that you will go on this direct path, the shortest route. But either ways, you will reach your wherever you're meant to reach in this lifetime. You will definitely reach. So you don't have to worry about making the right choice or the wrong choice. All right. Having said that, if you've been in this energy wherein you are not able to make a decision, things are going to clear up for you. If you've been having this brain fog, it's going to shift now. You're going to be able to tap into your intuition, and do not give up hope that whatever it is that you're waiting for is not happening. It is happening. Just keep your thoughts positive. The number 7 could be relevant. All right. And you are also being told that whatever it is that you've been waiting for, a personal issue, it reaches resolution. So one way or the other, it is going to be resolved. All right. What can I do to create more balance in my closest relationships? And you get the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is a very charismatic person. They're a smooth talker, and they have this energy of a certain amount of liveliness that draws people to them. And at this time, you're being asked to embrace this energy. Maybe you come across as extremely serious, or maybe because there is this particular thing, it's just a temporary thing, my dear pile number 1, that you are waiting to make a decision. Something is there in your mind, so you either come across as pensive, or when you're around your closest relationship, you may be getting asked this question a lot. You're not engaging with us. What is it? Are you not happy? Or things like that. So you're being asked to just keep your problems aside when you're engaging with people closest to you. You can let them in if you have to, but know that that problem is not so heavy that it should overshadow every other area of your life. So bring that young energy in. It's also telling you to get in touch with your inner child. All right. If there was something when you were a kid which you like to do, something creative, tap into that energy now. If you engage in those activities, chances are you'll reach this clarity sooner. All right. Because your mind, when your mind is enjoying doing what it does, and there's no additional thinking, no stress, you will find that clarity comes up sooner. All right. That's why they say just go out for a walk in the garden, ground your energies. But in this case, you are being asked to, you will be able to come into balance, create more balance, tap into this Libran energy by getting in touch with your inner child, doing things that make you really, really happy. All right. And bringing some liveliness into your life, and not getting overburdened by the practicalities of life. And you'll find that whatever answer you're looking for is going to come to you. And where is the biggest imbalance in your life right now? And you get the 7 of Swords. All right. So there's some sort of self-sabotaging energy that's been happening. You've been deceiving yourself, is what I feel. The 7 of Swords is the card of deception. This is Aquarius energy. But when it is reversed, it's basically what I feel, how I read this card is that when this is reversed, it says that you are deceiving yourself. All right. And this is your biggest cause of imbalance, because you are either, for some of you, there's a project and you need to go for it, but you're talking yourself out of it by saying that you're not good enough, this is not going to work out, there's going to be a situation that is going to backfire, that you're not good enough, this imposter syndrome, that this is just going to be so bad for you. And you're getting this feeling. If that feeling that you're getting that it is off is very loud, then that is fear. That's not intuition, my dear pile number 1s. Just remember, a win-win outcome is forecast. So if you've done all the spade work and it's only your fear that's stopping you, it's only what your mind, your thoughts that's stopping you, try and find, go back to your inner child. You'll get that clarity. But more than anything, just ask yourself, break down whatever you're thinking into, little bits, and say, is this fear talking or is this my intuition? Because when intuition, when you feel off about something, it doesn't come with fear. If fear is screaming loudly in your ears, it means that this is fear. It's not your intuition. You're self-sabotaging. So you need to work on that and ask yourself, what is it that you're really so scared of that you are making this decision, which is not going to be in your favor? It'll give you the illusion of being safe, but it'll keep you stuck. So this is something you've got to ask yourself. Now, what is it that you need to release to be more objective so that you can move forward? And you get the Hermit energy. So it's possible that for some time now, maybe in the past 6 months, or maybe even more recent than that, you may have withdrawn yourself from everyone else, which is again why this Knight of Wands energy is coming, that it's time for you to move out of this shell of yours. It's time for you to come out. Let people see you. Let people see you the way you used to be, full of energy, engaging with people, being a complete charmer. We all have that in us because things happen in our life, we suppress it. And you have been withdrawn for a while now because this must be something very important to you that you are thinking about and overthinking about. But it's time. If it is a project, it's time to go for it. Just, you've done your spade work, you've done your thinking. The rest, it's not that you will not get roadblocks, but you will be more than well, you are more than enough, and you will be well equipped, or you will have the ideas to move you out of whatever sticky situation that comes up. Because no matter what you choose, if you want to move forward, you have to take a decision and you have to follow it up. And no matter what comes up, whichever path you choose, there will be roadblocks, and you have the ability to overcome those obstacles. And you need to believe that and not get into this imposter syndrome. Because if you just don't take a decision, instead you'll just sit here so that nothing wrong happens, you are stagnating, and after some time this frustration will build up. All right, so come out of this energy, engage with people. First, you engage in activities which you used to do as a child, which brought you great joy, and then start engaging a little more with people. Be a little more light-hearted, all right? And you'll find things work out. Where do you need to feel more steadfast in your decision making? And what card do you get? The Queen of Swords. And who is the Queen of Swords? Libra energy. And we're talking about a full moon in Libra. But this is that side of Libra energy wherein this queen has experience. This queen is a no-nonsense queen. This queen sees things as they are. And right now it's upright, so it is in total balance that this energy is in. And you're being asked to tap into this, all right? You know what it is that you want. Have the courage to say it. You are not going to go wrong. You know what it is. You're clear enough about it. Now, get into this energy. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't think twice before saying anything. If someone crosses a line, crosses a boundary, she knows what she wants, and she does not mince words. She just says it as it is. She can be very tactful, very diplomatic, but she means business. You cannot pull cotton wool over her eyes. This is the energy that you need to step into now. You have worked on something. You know that there's a choice to be made. Follow your intuition and just say what you need, and just know that you're good enough, and no matter what comes your way, you are perfectly equipped to handle the situation. All right. And last but not the least, how can you manifest more beauty in your life? And the only way to manifest is to realize that petty arguments and winning every single petty argument is not going to help. All right, if you've been in this energy wherein you have the last word, and because Librans, again, just like all the other air signs, you have a way of thinking and articulating, and it's very easy for you to shut the other person up. But at the end of it, after an argument, and you also like to have discussions, and though you are a peace-loving sign and you do not like arguments, if someone actually comes to you trying to prove something to you which you are not in agreement with, you can easily shut them up and be nasty about it as well. All right, and but the thing is, after it's over, it always leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And we are talking about full moon in Libra, wherein we are trying to celebrate all the aesthetic sides, the balance that Libra is all about. All right, so you're being asked to choose your battles. Don't just get into arguments to show that you are better than the other person, that you have better argumentative skills, that you can get them to keep quiet and have your way. It will, in the long term, drain your energy and make you uncomfortable and off balance. So if you want to manifest beauty, just know when you need to walk away from a situation, and don't just waste your time trying to prove to the other person how it should be. Because people, usually if they don't bite into what you're saying within the big initial thing, when you're saying something logical, rational to them, or if you're saying something which is positive but they are hell-bent on seeing things their way, then no matter what you say or do, they've made up their mind. And you need to use your discernment to walk away from there instead of keeping on proving something to prove your superiority, because it's actually not going to help you. All right, and it takes away the beauty and the charm in your life, and you like balance, you like harmony. That's what this energy, the Libran energy, and you're coming into this Queen of Swords energy. So show people the proper place when you have to. Make your decision knowing that you're good enough, but stay away from petty battles and whatever little gossips and everything, because this Five of Swords energy is all about just I will even use the word useless. It's actually about useless, petty arguments, which you can actually walk away from. All right. So what are you supposed to do, pile number ones, during this wonderful period is to, one, know that you are good enough. Know that whatever you worked on is great. Get out of this overthinking and serious demeanor that you have been adopting. Get in touch with your inner child. Do things that make you really happy, that lighten your mood up, that make you feel really good. And in doing, and it could be something as simple as watching a cartoon, a Tom and Jerry cartoon, or something that makes you happy, something goofy, something silly. Go and have a popsicle. Do whatever it is that you like. Anything that makes you really, really happy and makes you forget this problem for a bit and gets you in touch with that time of your life wherein you were carefree and you knew that you wanted whatever you wanted and you had the guts to get it. Because right now, you need to come out of this hermit mode and stop talking down to yourself or telling yourself that you can't get it. All right? And know that a win-win outcome is forecast, and that a personal issue reaches resolution. So it's a great time for you, pile number one. Be hopeful about it, and let me read this message for you. The power of prayer and meditation can wake you up, renew your faith, help you attune to your needs, and align with your deepest truths. Beautiful. So with the surrender to divine card here and the hopeful, I feel if some of you are feeling disconnected and you do not follow, say if you are atheist and you don't pray to a higher power, and you just believe in the goodness of your own self, then at least, write a gratitude journal for all that you have in your life. Do that morning and night if you can, or at least say it aloud that you're grateful for all that is there in your life. All right. And if there is a higher power or your deepest self, that you are grateful to them. And if you do connect with divine, however you pray, again, practice gratitude and know that things will work out in the way which is best for you. Just believe it. Don't rush the process. You just do what you have to do. Take those baby steps forward in the right direction. Do not talk yourself out of it. Such a beautiful thing that's waiting to happen. All right. So that's all I have for you, pile number one. And I hope that the days ahead get you out of this hermit mode and get you back into action and see your worth. And you'll find, following your intuition, and right now with this full moon energy, a lot of things are going to be clear to you. Just keep your eyes, ears, mind open and allow things to come in. It's going to be a great time for you if you actually align yourself and get into balance. And this is the perfect time for it. All right. So just tap into your inner child and lighten up a bit. And anytime negative thoughts come, just shift it by doing something else, and the thought will pass, and then you get back to your goal. All right. Wishing you lots of love and light. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. Those of you who've chosen the Sibyl card. The number 5 could be significant. Maybe you are at the threshold of a lot of change. All right. And there's this tiger here. You've got your eyes on something. All right. Again, this gives me High Priestess energy, and it tells me that maybe you have a third eye activation during this time with this stock here. There could be some news that's coming your way. All right, we'll find out. Let's lay down your cards first. You begin with the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. And then you get the answers you need are coming. And I feel, with this talk here, that yes, they are coming. And possibly full moon in Gemini. When is full moon in Gemini? Which is the opposite sign? It is Sagittarius season. But I think it's going to come sooner. I think maybe even in Gemini season it just might come, which is now end May. Anytime between now and end May, maybe you'll get your answers. That's just for you to keep in mind, because with this stock card here, this is double confirmation. All right, if you're waiting for an answer, it is coming. Okay, now let's get moving with your reading. What support will benefit you at this time to make your best decision? And you get the Chariot. So this can come about in a few different ways. So for each of you, it's going to be different. Number one, this is for all of you, is that you need to come into balance. All right. So whatever it is that you want a decision for, make sure that your heart and your mind are going to be together. And if they are not, remember to follow your heart. All right, following your heart is following your intuition. It's always the scarier option, but it's always the one which will set you free. That's one. The logical mind will tell you what the world around you wants, but it doesn't tell you what you want. What you want, only your heart knows. All right, so you're being asked to get into balance so that you get the answers within. If not, for some of you, there could be a Cancerian in your life whom you trust, and you might go and seek counsel from them. But this should be over and above your own intuition. All right, you ask yourself first. You have all the answers. If you just need slight, a confirmation, you can go to the Chariot. I mean, whoever this person is, all right, who's got Cancer in their charts. So, but make sure that when you make this decision, you are in balance, which means that you're not on an emotional high, you're not on an emotional low. Don't make your decisions when you're very happy or when you're very sad or when you're angry. Come into balance. Sit out. If you can, ground yourself. Take a walk, bare feet on the grass, or just sit in nature for a while and come to balance before you take a decision. If you need added confirmation, and if you do have such a person, you may go and ask for their help to make your best choice. But remember, use your own discernment, use your intuition. It will never ever lead you astray. And intuition is different from your ego, because ego is laced with fear. Intuition is just a quiet but persistent feeling that you might get, for some of you, of choosing the path that is best for you. What can you do to create more balance in your close relationship? And you get the Page of Pentacles. All right, so maybe for some of you, pile number 2, maybe you are working, in whatever relationship you are, you might see that the people around you are more affluent than you. Or if you have a friend group, if you're everyone is going to be different. Maybe you're in college and you find that your friends are more affluent. And so when they get something, to share with you, and you have something to share, maybe you feel a little less than, but you're being asked to put forward whatever it is that you have. If you're at a place of work, maybe you find that you're working with people with a lot of seniority and you are relatively new or, less experienced. So you may try to just keep quiet and keep your ideas within, feeling that your ideas will be looked down upon, but you are asked, to give your contribution there as well. So in your closest relationships, especially, wherever it is, be it at, your close network at work, or your close family, or wherever it is, don't hold back your contribution because you feel it is not good enough, or people will laugh at you, or people will, not respect you for it, or they make fun of you. All this, this is ego-based thinking, which is holding you from being your authentic self. Whatever it is that you have, offer it sincerely. It will be accepted. You will be accepted. In fact, it will be appreciated. So if you've ever been holding, forever, if you've been holding yourself back in your close friendship, in your relationships, from contributing in one way or the other, whether it's your words, whether it's your counsel, whether it's your material, something, because you feel you're not good enough, or for whatever other reason, you're being told to actually move forward. There will be some people who feel that you don't contribute, and maybe that you're miserly, or that you're selfish. All right, and all the while you are thinking, maybe if I offer what I have to offer, they will laugh at me. But they may be thinking otherwise. They may be thinking, why is this person not offering with an open heart when we all are? All right, so whatever it is that you have, offer it. Offer it with genuine feeling, genuine love. Those who are meant to be in your life, those who want your highest good, they will always and every time appreciate it. All right, so this is something you need to remember. Pile number 2. Where is the greatest imbalance in your life now? And here, this is so perfect. You get the Empress in reverse. The Empress is the Queen of Queens. She is, can you see this lovely, poised, confident, affluent, gorgeous lady here? She is the Queen of Queens. She is fertile. Her thoughts, her imagination, her physical body, creation. She's highly fertile. Whatever she touches, can change into gold. She is rich beyond, thought, more than anything, basically. And she is emotionally stable. She, is able to express what she feels. She likes the fine things in life. This is Libra energy as well as Taurus energy, all right? And you get this in reverse. And that is exactly what is imbalanced. This is how you are, and this is how you see yourself. And that is why you don't offer what you are supposed to offer, because you feel you are not good enough. You see yourself as a page. And actually, who are you? You are the Empress. But you're the Empress who hasn't been able to see her worth. Now, when I say Empress and her, I do not mean that people watching this are all females. No, I just say the energy, because there is a female drawn on this, because the Empress is a female. I say her, but this is energy, all right? So basically what I'm saying, no matter how you identify yourself as gender, I am telling you to embrace this Empress energy. This is who you are. You have it all. You have the potential for it all, but you see yourself as a page. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You may be someone who's just starting, or there's someone with a lot of experience. But in your mind, you see yourself as a page. And who are you? You're just this beautiful, gorgeous Empress who can do anything, who can have anything. But you need to first see yourself like this. And this is your perception of yourself, is what is your biggest reason for imbalance. And this is something, if you have come to this reading, my dear pile number 2, then you know that this is the reason, and you need to really work on this. If required, take counsel. If required, take medical help. Go to a psychologist. It does not matter. If you have no one to speak to, for those of you who have this Cancerian to speak to, please do so. For those who don't have anyone, and you can't talk yourself out of it, there is nothing wrong in going and asking for help. There are a lot of lovely people who can do so much for you. All right, so but you need to know and appreciate yourself for who you are. All right, what do you need to release in order to be more objective moving forward? 10 of Wands. You're carrying burdens. Whose burdens are you carrying? And I feel these burdens are Maybe because you feel like the page and you want to fit in, you take on everyone else's work for all you know. Otherwise, maybe your own minds that are overburdening you and telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not good enough, when are you going to be able to contribute just to the other person? No, you need to recognize this, what you're doing here, what is overburdening you, and just take that load and put it down. That's what you need to do, pile number 2. You are worthy. You are more than worthy. You are meant to thrive. You are thriving, except in your head. And that's what's stopping, actually, if you are looking for physical manifestation and you're not able to manifest it, it's because you're not ready to accept it. The Empress attracts things to her, but you got this blocked. How will things change for you? Unless you learn to unblock it. Let me unblock it for you. Now we've unblocked it here. Now all you need to do is put that into practice. Know that you are abundant. Know that everything is just waiting to come to you, but you need to see yourself as an empress and not just as a page. And you need to put down burdens in order to overcompensate from the lack that you feel within. What do you need to do to feel more steadfast in your decision making? And you get the Hierophant. Use your learning. Use whatever you've been taught, what your experiences are. For some of you, you may be deeply spiritual, especially if you've come to a tarot reading. Without a doubt, you're spiritual. Use that knowledge that you gain. Don't hold yourself back when you have to tell someone, anything. If someone asks you for your counsel, go ahead and give it to them. If you know about it, if you've read about it, go ahead and tell them. Don't hold yourself back because you feel that someone's going to make fun of you or it won't be good enough. You are extremely, extremely learned and you have this wonderful Empress energy. How can you hold yourself back, pile number 2? And how can you manifest more beauty in your life? And you get the 9 of Wands. The one good thing about the 9 of Wands is the 9 of Wands is energy of the wounded warrior. But the good thing is this warrior doesn't give up. They're still waiting for things to happen. And if you're waiting for an answer, it is coming. All right, with this double confirmation here with the Stork. The answer is coming. But you need to first of all see yourself in the light of the Empress, who you actually are and not who you think you are, a page. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of spiritual wisdom. You need to put that into use. If for some of you, I'm called to say this, for some of you, if there is this person who is giving you counsel, whom you are over dependent on, then it's time to actually break free from here. And not as in break the relationship, but to stop being dependent on someone else's counsel and actually ask yourself for answers. This is what I feel very strongly here. Because with this card out here, I feel your intuition is on point. You need to be really vigilant at this time, all right? Because you are getting those answers. You need to keep your eyes open for it. There is some news that's going to come your way. And things will be clear. But to be able to receive this, you ought to know that you are this Empress here. And you don't have to run, every decision and every thought by this person. I don't know why I feel that you're heavily dependent on this person or whoever it is, somebody to give you the go-ahead before you do anything, because you see yourself as a page and you feel everyone else is more experienced. But this has to change, pile number 2, because you're good enough. You're more than good enough. Now let me read this for you. This Sibyl. Think twice before sharing what you know with anyone, except those who you know without question are ready to hear it. Wow. Isn't this synchronistic? Maybe this person is someone you trust and this person has your best interest in mind, but maybe they don't see things the way, they may see things from a very logical perspective, which will keep you stagnant. They may be trying to overprotect you so that you don't get into trouble and keep telling you to not share your ideas. Let it grow some more, let it grow some more. And you are stuck because of it. You need to come into this Empress energy. This is again what I feel, this is also a message for you, not just not to share everything or run everything by this person before you take into put things into action. And secondly, I feel that the answers you need are not coming to you because you're not ready to handle it. As long as you think you're a page, you will receive the message as a page and you will react as a page. You need to come into your power now. You are here already, but you need to see it. And unless you see it, this is going to be stalled from you. Because you need to be able to, when you get those answers, you need to be able to be the Empress and work on it as an Empress and not as a page. But this is coming, it's all ready. So you need to change your mindset, pile number 2. And you need to do that without taking external help as far as possible. And just remember, whatever it is that you decide, once you come into this energy, using your spiritual wisdom, not being afraid to show yourself to the world and offer whatever it is that you have. Remember, the win-win outcome is forecast. Just surrender to the divine. Have faith and know that you are worth it and more. All right, so that's all I have for you, my dear pile number 2s. Just know how special you are. You need to see it, and the day you see it, everything is going to just fall into place. All right, so till next time, take good care of yourself. See yourself for who you are, and I'll meet you again with another reading on another day. Bye bye. Pile number 3s, welcome to your reading. For those of you who've chosen this gorgeous fortune teller, this is your reading. I'm going to read the message at the end. A lot of you who've come to this reading are either tarot enthusiasts who come to a lot of readings or are tarot readers yourself. All right? And for others of you, you're just super intuitive, and I can see this moon here. You're super intuitive people. All right? So let's take a look at your cards. You begin with the Death card, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the Devil, and the King of Rods, the King of Wands. And you get, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. All right, pile number 3, let us get into your reading. What support is going to benefit you at this time for you to make the best choice? And you get Death. If you are Scorpios, then you need to look no further. You will be able to just tap into your own intuition and make your best decision. If not, if there is a Scorpio near you whom you can really trust, whose counsel you often seek, then this person may tell you things in a way that you don't like it, but they will definitely be able to give you an insight to things honestly, because they usually don't mince words and they say it like it is. All right. Additionally, I'm being called to tell you that what's going to benefit you most to make a choice is not fearing transformation. You are at the threshold of major transformation. And you need to take that leap of faith. You need to move ahead, because one way or the other, if you resist it, a tower moment will happen. But if you willingly go towards your transformation, it will be uncomfortable. Stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be uncomfortable. There'll be a lot of ego-based thinking, and that's why you're being told you and your loved ones are safe. No matter what you do, if you move in for your transformation, they will be taken care of. You are being given a guarantee from the universe, but you need to do this for yourself. All right. And if you do get support from this set Scorpio, someone with Scorpio in their top 5, which is Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus. And chances are that most of us, unless we are into astrology and tarot, we will not know anything beyond sun sign. So if there is a sun sign Scorpio in your life whom you do go regularly to counsel, for counsel, or if there is someone whom you just come across who just randomly says something which triggers you, don't go for the tone. Usually when not Cancerians, but Scorpions, usually when they say something, they say it in a fashion which can actually rub you the wrong way, but they usually do not have malice when they give you, their opinion on something. They may sound cynical, their tone may be off, you may, if you allow your ego self to listen to them, it can be bruised badly. But if you just move out the tone and all the peripherals and actually go to what they have said, they have great nuggets of wisdom to give you if you're open to receiving it. All right, and they can actually help you make this choice, whatever it is. But if it is this threshold that you're not able to cross, this comfort zone you're not able to cross, this decision you're not able to reach, because you feel your loved one will, be affected by it, don't worry. That's not the criteria. That's not for you to think about. They are going to be safe. You think about what you want and do not resist this chance that you get. Go for it. What can you do to create balance in your closest relationships? And you get the 8 of Wands, which is simple, straightforward communication. You need to communicate clearly and you need to communicate without delay. If there is something you have to tell someone, say a sorry or a thank you or an I love you or I'll be coming tomorrow or can you do this for me? Communicate, and not through expression, not through, learn from the Scorpios. Usually they're very direct. Learn to have open, direct communication without mincing words. And this is what is going to create more balance in your relationships. You may be an intuitive. As I said with this and the moon here, you may be intuitive. Maybe you can actually sense what the other person needs and you rise to the occasion and help everyone out. But everyone is not you. And just because you are able to sense, there are some people who really, you need to take a bat and whack them on the head before they actually listen to you and understand what you want. Those people do not understand subtle hints. Say so directly. Especially if you are operating from your feminine energy, my dear pile number 3, and the person you are dealing with, where you're having problems, is a masculine energy. Please articulate. I am a woman and I am supposed to be naturally psychic, which I do have very strong intuition as well as clear cognizance. However, sometimes I can be so thick that if someone doesn't tell me directly, I don't get it. All right, the tone usually I can make out usually, but there are some times when I am preoccupied, I just don't get it. It's only when the person gives me a second thing that I feel those cold vibes. That's when I know, something's gone wrong. But what's worse is that when I give subtle hints to people, more often than not, they never understand. And staying with a lot of people like that, who actually get irritated if it's not spelled out. I actually spell things out to people. Sometimes I even overshared, when people are not, if the other person is intuitive and they wonder why you're giving them so much of information. It doesn't matter. In your case, whoever you're dealing with does not understand your intuitive messages, does not understand your telepathic communication. You need to be articulate and communicate freely, clearly, in order to bring balance into your close relationships. All right? Just give me a moment. Let me drink water so I can communicate better with you as well. All right. Where is the greatest imbalance in your life? And it's you get the 10 of Pentacles, which is your family. So and this is so strong. You are at the threshold of a major transformation, a major change in your life. I think you've come with a great opportunity, and you've been holding yourself back for your family, for either your parents, your in-laws, your husband, your wife, your partner, your significant other, your children, your dogs, your plants. Whatever it is, you've been holding yourself back because you've been working for all these people around you who mean so much to you. And that's why you've been told you and your loved ones are safe. But these people are now holding you back from your path where you need to be. And it's time for you to let them know that you are important too, and you need to move ahead. And you need to communicate this clearly, not by signs, not by swollen faces, but actually properly tell them what this means to you and why you need to do it. Maybe you don't even have all the answers, you just want to do it. And you just say that I have done everything for all, and now I am going to give myself this time. And it's not that you, when you're saying it, you're not asking them. You are making a statement which is polite, but which is firm, and something that you're going to stand by. And you'll find that things will fall into place for you, and you will come out of this feeling of imbalance. Sometimes we really need to communicate clearly, and that's all it takes. And maybe it's in your mind that you feel that no one will understand, and when you actually articulate clearly, they will all, if they really care about you, they're all going to make a way for you to do what you do. People in your close family also, as long as they can get you to do whatever they want, somehow through good words or saying, oh no, nothing, you keep doing that. But once you make up your mind and you say, I don't care whether anyone likes it or not, I am doing this, I'm booking my tickets, or I'm doing whatever, and you just see how they change. They will all realign and say, okay, tell us what we can do. That's how it is. But we get caught in our head. So pile number 3, know that your loved ones are safe, and go in for this transformative, whatever it is. If it is a simple thing of wanting to travel alone, if it is something like wanting to take a job outside, starting your own business venture, doing something, being an entrepreneur, whatever it is on this planet that you have decided that you want to do, and you feel you're at the threshold but you don't have the guts to do it, you are being asked to just go in. It's going to be great. A win-win outcome is forecast. Surrender to the divine. You won't get all the answers now, but when you start, you will find things falling into place. All right? What do you need to release in order to be more objective moving forward? The 3 of Swords. If you've had a bad experience in the past, someone's betrayed you, or you've done something fighting with everyone else and gone your way and it's fallen flat, and that's how people keep telling you, see, last time you didn't listen to us and look what's happened. It does not matter. It does not matter. That was something in the past. Let it go. Do not let it hold you back anymore. You are here. Death is a major transformation. It's not a small thing. And besides, you're living your life. You don't have to take permission from anyone else to live your life. You may love everyone. Please continue loving them. Whatever you have done for them, continue doing it after your needs are met. At this time, this is a major arcana. This is going to happen. If you resist it, there'll be a tower moment, and that will be unpleasant. Because the tower, when it happens, it takes you by surprise. And it takes you by surprise because you've been ignoring it for a very long time. So if you want the tower moment to happen, you can delay this. But pile number 3, it's time for you to go willingly towards something. Because can you see the sunrise here? That is what's waiting for you. These dark energies are over. It's just that final cross you've got to make, and there'll be sunshine and lovely, lovely things waiting for you. So don't let your thoughts hold you back. Don't let your family hold you back. Don't let your lack of communication hold you back. Don't let your worries hold you back. Everything is fine. Just go ahead. All right? What do you need to do to feel more steadfast in your decision making? And you get the devil. The devil is holding you captive, and in this case it's fear that people will not understand, fear that you are being too selfish, fear that your loved ones are going to be miserable without you, fear that people are going to misunderstand and they're going to leave you. It's just fear and nothing else. You are good enough. You can handle yourself. Even if everyone were to go, you can still live a very happy life. Not that it's going to happen, but I'm just telling you, the devil works on your fear and your weaknesses. And it is time for you to overcome this devil energy. A devil is basically Capricorn energy, and it's basically something which highlights your weaknesses, something that's keeping you captive. And that's something that you keep using as an excuse to not move forward, to not transform. But you'll give into this devil energy, and this death card is going to change into a tower card, and it's going to you're just going to be pushed into it. Right now, you're being welcomed. Come and meet your transformation, take you to the other side. And if you don't, you're just going to be one catapulted there straight. And that's not going to be a great feeling, pile number 3. So get over your fear and go in the direction that your heart is calling you. It does not matter. Everything will fall into place. A win-win outcome is forecast. Just surrender to the divine and move. All right? And how can you manifest more beauty into your life when you get this beautiful King of Wands? The King of Wands is a king who can appreciate finer things in life, who's got, he's a great visionary. He likes being celebrated. He likes all great things. And this is the energy that you need to be in. Instead of holding yourself, shrinking your greatness in order to fit in to everyone, to cater to everyone else's needs. That needs to stop. And when I'm telling you to transform and do whatever it is, I'm not telling you to let go of your family and to leave them to do, and suddenly cut your ties with everyone. No. They will be there. But just like you've been there for them, let them be there for you. They'll also feel good about it after the initial resistance, depending on the kind of family dynamic you have. But you are this king, and you need to see that. And when you become this king, you will attract beauty on your own. It's going to be magical for you, pile number 3. But you need to take that first step. You need to be able to transform. And for that, you need to communicate clearly, firmly, politely, with love. But stick with it. Don't let people talk you out of it. Now, last but not the least, we're going to read the message from the fortune teller. The number 43 or the number 7 could be significant. The fortune teller, being open to possibilities, oh wow, and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers from the Wild Goddess Oracle can help you to help others. This is the Wild Goddess Oracle, all right? This is so beautiful. This is exactly it. This is exactly what this whole reading was all about. I should have just read this card for you. There are great possibilities waiting to happen. Trust your intuition, follow your guidance, go in for the transformation. Everyone is safe. Communicate, go ahead. And you will find that everyone will be happy, because once you do what it is that you have to do, they're going to be happier, because it's going to be a happy you that's going to serve them and do things for them. Not someone who's kill all their desires to do something for them. So move and follow your dreams. So that's all I have for you, pile number 3. You've done enough and more, and you will still have lots and lots of time to do even more for them. But right now is your time. You need to do what it is that you have to do. I'm telling you, if you don't do it, there will be a tower. You will do it anyway, because it's destined. All right, so it's better to do it when, if someone tells you, you've got this opportunity to go to this particular place, you've got to pack your bags and go day after tomorrow. And you said, no, I've got children and my husband and my wife, or depending on what it is, and this and that and whatever else. And as I said, the cat and the dog and the plants, it's going to just come and say, you have to go. Something has happened. And there's no other way, you have to go. Someone's ill and you need to go. So instead of someone having to be ill and for you to go, if you had just gone there for a happy holiday, it would have been a lot better. isn't it? I know this is a very lame analogy, but what I'm trying to tell you is when this energy is here for you to transform, rise up to the occasion, go through with it, and know that there's a bright, wonderful life waiting for you. All right? Doesn't mean away from them, with them, but in a different way wherein you are celebrated, wherein you can celebrate yourself because you are doing what you want to do. If you don't, there will be a tower moment which will get you there, but then the process is more painful. All right? So, my dear pile number 3, this is going to be a very wonderful time for you. And when you look back at this period, you will be so happy that you've made that choice. All right? So, wishing you all the best and lots of love and light. Till next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. Those of you who've chosen this drama queen. Oh, this gives me strength card vibes with her petting this leopard or cheetah. I think it's a leopard. I don't see those black lines here. This is your reading. I'm going to lay down the cards and then I'll talk to you about it. Okay. 3 of Swords. The 9 of Wands. The 4 of Pentacles. The Temperance. I wish I had said that. I really, really wish I had said that because I just held myself back and this card comes out. Because I was going to say the number 14, though I had said it gives me strength card vibes. I'm also feeling temperance here, which is about balance. I said, and the number 14 in the traditional tarot is temperance. All right, and there, look at, I didn't say it, and there it's come out. Wow, beautiful. The 8 of Chalices, or the 8 of Cups. And the Strength card, look at that. Oh God, I love this when this happens. See, I don't see the cards, I see it with you. And I just talked about strength aloud and I thought about this in my head and both these cards have come and it's so, so beautiful. And last but not the least, you get work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. All right, pile number 4. Here is your reading. What support will benefit you to make the best choice? And you get the 3 of Swords. Interesting. You've had some sort of a heartbreak in the past. All right, maybe in the recent past or maybe quite some time ago. But when the word heartbreak comes to you, or someone says like I've just said, you know, your heart has been broken in the past, what is the first thing that came into your mind? That thing is going to have answers for you. All right, if this thing is a person, it's maybe this person has some counsel for you, or this person has already, because of this breakup, already transformed you enough for you to get the answers that you need to move forward, to make that choice. All right. Or maybe this person has broken your heart in the past, but they still have your best interest in mind. And if you can keep your ego aside and go to them, they will actually support you in this particular decision that you need to make. All right. So take that how it resonates. I'm just going to take a little break. You won't feel it, but if I don't, I'll have this little boy out here who's barking. He's giving me all the indications that he's going to make a nice loud bark now. So I'll just take a little break and get back. Yes, my pile number 4, I'm back. A lot has happened. I think I've spent about 25 minutes with Joey, feeding him. So if you also, I mean, you know, you may feel there's a lot of things that are happening. You know, you've been waiting for a very long time, but that's not the way it works. Now, for me, I've spent 25 minutes, but when you're watching this reading, you'll hardly feel the break because I'm going to edit this. So in life itself, how we see things is not how things actually happen. All right, this is just an additional message for you. Now, so as I was saying, this person who has broken your heart, the first person when I said heartbreak that came to your mind, this person will be able to support you in what it is you want. This person still has your best interest in mind, and if you actually do approach this person, they will have something to tell you which will guide you forward. So if you are apprehensive that this person is not going to help you, you're being asked to work through your fears. Things are going to work out. There's going to be a win-win outcome. So if you need to actually go and ask this person, don't have to bring up things from the past. Just go and ask, and they will be happy to help. Otherwise, something that has happened, if you feel that's not the case and this person's unapproachable and your dynamic is completely different, or that you can't even get in touch with them, then in that case, just tap into whatever happened during that time, and you're going to get some sort of clarity which is going to help you move forward, okay, and help you make the choice that you have to make. Now, what can you do to create more balance in your closest relationships? And you get the 9 of Wands. I think, my dear pile number 4s, that you're trying too hard. All right, maybe you love the people around you so much, or you feel, you may be the kind of people who don't make friends easily, and so whoever you have, you hold them, but when the tighter you hold someone or something, the faster it moves away from you. It slips away through your fingers. So you're being asked to just go easy, all right? And to be able to keep people in your lives, if you're doing that extra bit, then you are definitely getting into this codependent dynamic. If you're not already there in it, there is no shame, because we've all been in it at some point or the other. In fact, till about 2 years ago, till this tarot journey even started, I did not even know about this whole concept of codependency. I just thought it was give and take, and you're just being nice and altruistic. And in fact, I've written a blog about this. If you're interested, it's there in the link is there in, I think, the bio. But that's something else. What I'm saying is that if you are codependent, this is not to call you out, not to shame you for anything, but to tell you that you have been putting too much of effort in this dynamic, and every relationship should be 50-50. Again, there's an interruption, so there's a lot of interruption that is happening. And this was just a false interruption as well. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there is a decision you need to make, and what's holding you back is the need to get approval from everybody. All right, and you feel that if you don't get approval from everybody, you're going to be left alone. Maybe we've had this heartbreak in the past, which is again the reason why you're so afraid of, stepping on toes or on rubbing someone the wrong way. But you're being asked to get balance in your closest relationships, especially. Every relationship, no matter what it is, especially close relationships, should be 50-50. Yes, there will be times where you put in 90, they put in 10, but it has to even out eventually. But if you find that every time it is you who's putting in effort, you actually teach people how to get complacent by telling them that you will do the work every time. That's very convenient, isn't it? If I have someone who's close to me who is going to take over all my responsibilities, very good. I can live like a queen. After some time, I will not even respect the other person. I'll just take it for granted, yeah, this person will get things done. I'll even question, why haven't you done this? Wherein it wasn't their work to do in the first place, they're just being nice to me. But you tend to overlook the other person if that person gives too much, and that is what is happening for you. And to be able, and that is such a terrible thing in any relationship, and in close relationship, this can actually be the perfect recipe for unhappiness, and I feel that's where you are. You want the other person to take equal care of you, but you're not giving them an opportunity because you're doing everything. You're doing their share of the work and yours, and whichever relationship that is. So this is what you need to do. Make sure that your needs are met in every relationship just as much as you do for the other person. And it could be a romantic relationship, a familial relationship, a work relationship, towards a child, anything. Equal give and take. Equal love, equal respect, equal everything. Alright, so you need to come into this energy. You need to set boundaries. Tell what is acceptable, tell them. And you can do this only if you work through your fears. And what is your fear here, I feel, is staying alone. You do not like being alone. You feel that you can't hack it if you're alone. But you can, because you are actually doing, whichever relationship you are in, you're doing their work and your work. So if they are not there, you have to just do your work. Why will you not be able to thrive? You will. And this is something you really need to recognize, pile number 4. You're extremely capable and you have it in you to live the best possible life without a single person around you. So make that decision following your heart, what is in your best interest. And if people don't like it because they're so used to you doing everything and listening to what they have to say, they can leave. You can show them the door. Only those people need to remain who can be, as happy for you as you were for them when they were achieving whatever they were achieving. Alright? And that's how you bring balance into your life. And you don't have to chase relationships. Only those people need to be there who want to be there. And what is the greatest imbalance in your life? Yes, 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on too tightly to what you have and giving more than you need to. Loosen your grip. Those who need to stay, they can stay. They give you equal. Otherwise, let them go. Pile number 4. Very, very important lesson for you. To know your worth. To know you're just as special. To know that you're capable of doing everything on your own. In fact, they will feel odd without you because you've been doing all the work and you've spoiled them rotten. So don't hold too tightly onto things and follow your heart. And if there is something within you that you need to speak out, speak it out. Don't keep it inside. People don't understand what you want. For all you know, these wonderful people whom you're doing so much for, they would love to do it for you. Maybe they're feeling less than because you don't let them do it for you. And when you actually speak your heart out and say, this is the decision, however reluctantly, working through your fears, you actually say it, they'll be happy to help. Most of them will, the ones who really care. The rest can go. You're better off without them. Now, what do you need to do to release? What do you need to release in order to move forward objectively? And you get the Temperance card. And as I said with this card here, see the number 14 and the number 14. You need to come into balance. Again, everything is about balance. You need to release this energy of having to do everything for everyone all the time. You need to come into balance to know that you have it in you to do whatever it is. You are the alchemist. If you come into balance, you don't need anyone else. You can do everything. You can create gold. Just you. By you coming into balance. By you working through your fears. By you not holding on too tightly. By you saying that yes, I will do in my bit, but I need you to do yours. I need to be respected. A lot of healing needs to be done at this time, pile number 4, because you have over a period of time learned that you have to do all the work. So you need to first unlearn that and thereafter relearn that you are important, just as important as the other person, and 50-50 is what you will settle down in all relationships. You will settle for in all relationships. 50-50. Not more, not less. I give you love, I need love. I give you trust, I need trust. I give you respect, I need respect. I put in work, you put in work. Alright? And this is what you need to do. You need to release your codependency, and you need to release your lack of worth, self-worth. You need to give yourself all that you've been denying yourself for this much of time. All right? What do you need to do to feel more steadfast in your decision making? Yes, 8 of Cups, walking away. You need to walk away from those people who are in disagreement, who don't have your best interest in mind, who always want you to remain in that dynamic so that you can keep putting in the work while they do whatever they have to. Walk away from this energy. They are not serving you. You may love them wherever you are. When you move away from them, send them love because you feel gratitude or whatever. But don't hold yourself anymore. Don't hold yourself back. Don't kill your desires. Do whatever it is that's important to you, and make sure that you get back. Whatever you give, you receive, and allow yourself to receive. For that, you need to, as I said, work on your self-worth. All right, and walk away from any dynamic, no matter how many years you've spent with whatever person it is, and no matter what dynamic it is, your mother, your father, your child, your husband, your wife, your partner, your best friend, your work associate, wherever you have been putting in effort and getting peanuts in return, you are walking away from there. No matter how used to it is, you have been in the past, and you may feel lost without it. That's just temporary. You are going to thrive on your own. So don't keep this fear of not being able to make it if you're on your own. Work through it. Work through this dynamic of you are not good enough. You are. You really, really are. You need to work through your fears. You need to heal. Pile number 4. How can you manifest more beauty in your life? And you get this beautiful card. This is the card of Leo. This is the Strength card. This talks about mutual respect, love, trust, understanding. This lion can eat her up. If she was devious, she can get people to lock this lion up, But look at them. They're just bonding. They're vibing so beautifully together, and she's gently shutting his mouth. This is the beauty of an equal relationship. And this is what you need to bring into your life, and your life is going to be so beautiful, so beautiful. Because you have so much to offer, but you have not been receiving, and now you will receive, and your life is going to just change beautifully. Let me read this for you now. The Drama Queen. Some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. Make sure that you're not that person staging needless plays. Oh my God, my Lord. It is not in the way this is explained, my dear pile number 4s. In this, they're talking about someone who's being, melodramatic so that the attention is on them and people give it to them. For you, because they want to feel that sense of worth. They need validation. When other people see them and notice them, then they feel validated. In your case, it's the other way around. You need to be needed to be able to feel your sense of worth. So you jump to help people. And that is why this dynamic that you've been in is unequal, is imbalanced. And that is why you're this wounded warrior, because only you've been putting in work. Because this is what you feel, that if you don't keep doing things for people, you are not worthy. And you really need to work on this. You need to heal, because you are worthy. And while you're not the drama queen of being dramatic, but you are codependent. Pile number 4. If this doesn't resonate with you, then choose another pile. But if it does resonate with you, I am giving you a tight hug. There's no shame here. I can understand the need to be wanted, the need to be needed. But you will find your tribe. But step number 1 is to recognize that you're codependent. Recognize that whatever you've been saying, it's because I have a big heart, it's because I love them too much. All these are excuses which we tell ourselves, which we've been taught from the time we are young, because most likely everyone in our family would have also had these traits of codependencies, and we've been taught it all wrong. All right, now you recognize it. If you've come to this reading and you understand what I'm telling you and you recognize this in yourself, it is never too late. Love yourself. Whatever you're expecting from A, B, C, and D, give that to yourself. It's not easy. Initially, it's going to be terrible. You're going to feel want to run right back. But no, you're stronger than that. And you've had enough. You're here, the 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is burden. All right? And as I was saying, telling some earlier pile, I don't remember which, that if you keep resisting things that you need to do for your own betterment, there will be a tower moment where you'll be forced to do it, and that time it will be uncomfortable, it will be painful. So if you do it at the right time, you will be liberating yourself. And this is what you need to do, my dear pile number 4s. Understand that you're worthy. Work on your self-respect. Work on your self-love. If you've had some sort of a traumatic childhood, if you've had, if you're not able to find this person to give you answers, or if you're stuck because something bad has happened in the past, work through your fears. Take professional help if you need to. But work on it and know that you're worthy, and know that you are worthy enough to receive, and then open your arms out to receive. And it's going to be beautiful. Your life is going to be so beautiful, because you're not scared of working, you're not scared of giving in your bit, but you've been doing a lot, and now it's time for you to give to you. All right? And those people, let them go who don't want to stay. Don't hold on tightly to people who don't longer serve you. Either let them go or you walk away. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. Things are not going to be easy, but you've reached that place wherein now, either ways, it's not going to be pleasurable. But if you move, the initial bit won't be pleasurable because it's uncomfortable. You're walking into unknown territory. Standing for yourself is something unknown to you. Cheering yourself is something unknown to you. So it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be difficult. There will be days you will want to just leave everything and cry. But you will come out strong, you will come out happy, you will feel this great sense of liberation. If you don't, you're going to feel this 9 of Wands will become the 10 of Wands. Slowly, you'll have the tower moment, and it's not going to be great. And you will end up being this, but with a lot more effort and a lot more pain and a lot more suffering. So if you come to this tarot reading, and if you really get what I'm trying to tell you, if you resonate with it, then move on and give yourself all that you need, and move away from people who no longer serve you. You deserve it. You are a divine being, and you're having this human experience which has taught you a lot of things, but now the lesson that you need to learn is that in self-love. All right? I wish you all the very best, and I wish send you lots of love, sending you lots of light, and hoping that even on those hardest days, you find that strength to pull through and come into this energy. Bye-bye. Pile number 5s, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the number 22 or the Peacemaker. So you are the one people look, for when there's an argument somewhere. You get the 9 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, that's why you need it. The 7 of Wands, the 2 of Coins. Oh, you get 2 cards here, and the 3 of Coins. We'll keep them like this. The 3 of Wands, and you get Believe in the Impossible. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. Believe in the Impossible. Blue Moon. All right, pile number 5. Let's get on with your reading. What support will benefit you to make the best choice? None at all. You are self-reliant. You have always been. I feel for a lot of you, you're either clairaudient or you're claircognizant. With this bird here, you get your answers. You just know it. All right, you have the sense of just knowing things, and you do follow this guidance, and that's why you're extremely independent. You're very abundant, and at this particular point of time, you actually do not need anyone's support to make this choice. You have the answers, just follow your inner guidance, all right? You just don't need anybody at all, at least during this time. You're in your power, you're intuitively on point, and you do follow your guidance, so you're just on point. What can you do to create more balance in your closest relationship? And you get the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. It's, if you're going through a high, you'll go to a low. If you're going through a low, going to a high. All right, this is fate. And this wheel is never static. It keeps moving. All right. And how do you bring balance in your relationships? By realizing that no dynamic will remain the same over a period of time. You will go through ups and downs, and this is something you have to understand. So if there are hard times, you don't give up on a connection. You know that this is going to pass. All right. So this is one thing that you need to keep in your mind. If you are the kind, especially if you are a fixed sign, which is Taurus, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, in that order. All right. So if you are one of these fixed signs, maybe it is for you, either do or die situation. It's either this way or that. And if someone's wronged you, then it's gone forever. You're being asked to just look at things again. Maybe it's just a passing phase. Maybe they've gone through trying times. It's not to say that you should be treated as less than in a relationship, no. But give everyone a second chance before you finally just walk away from something, all right? And this is what you're being told to create more balance in your relationship. Just don't see things from one perspective, your perspective. Try and see it from their perspective. Try and see what they were going through, why they behave, in this fashion, especially if it's uncharacteristic of them. All right. By doing that, by holding space for them till they return and come back and, fall into place with things, you will find that you are a lot more in balance yourself and you don't get upset, because it's easy to cut someone off. But after that, you start feeling a little sad because you did invest something with that person, right? So this is what you're being asked to do in your life. Just hold space for people who are difficult. Don't have to sit with them if they trigger you. Allow them to come back when they have to, and receive them with the same kind of love if you can. If you feel it's an absolute no-no situation and they're treating you badly, always walk away. But if it is just your ego, if it is just that spur of the moment thing, let it pass. Where is there the greatest imbalance in your life right now? Here, 5 of Wands, exactly. You are in argument with somebody. You are already in this energy with somebody. And you, who is naturally a peacemaker, you tried to make your peace, but it didn't work out. And so you just, you want to walk away from here. But you're being asked to rethink this with this Wheel of Fortune here. Rethink this. Maybe, it's just it's a temporary thing. They don't mean it as badly as, things may have escalated in this argument. Just create some distance. Not a distance which becomes a chasm and you can never cross it again. No. But just a healthy distance so that these heavy energies just pass and then you can come back around. Hold your peace in the meantime. Don't think the worst about the situation and, stay out of balance. Come back into balance. Do your own thing. Do things that make you happy. You are, as it is, extremely independent. Do things that make you happy. Focus on your coin. Focus on your hobbies. Focus on your own personal growth. They will come around, whoever this is, if they are meant to. If they're not, let them go. Still wish them happiness, wish them peace, and let them go. But don't allow these arguments to take from you. And things don't exactly work the way you want it. Things may work out differently. That's okay. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, walk away without feelings of anger and resentment. You are the peacemaker. Make peace within yourself first, and then you'll find that things around you are peaceful. What do you need to release in order to be more objective moving forward? And you get the Seven of Wands, which is all about defensiveness. When this person comes back, you want to be defensive already. You've got all your answers ready because this person said this, now you're going to say this. No, drop this energy. It's not required. You're using a lot of your beautiful energy, which can be used to create so many things. You are using it to just be in low vibe. And it's not required. Time has come to change that. And if there was a relationship which was very important to you, which has gone sour, then you're being asked to believe in the impossible. It'll come around. When the wheel turns, it will come around. Hold space for the other person. But don't hold resentment. Don't be stuck. Because holding resentment, you are the one who's going to be stuck. And chances are you also send that negative energy in their direction. So even if they want to make a move towards you, they're also stuck. So just come out of this energy. And I'll take a sip of water. What do you need to do to feel steadfast in your decision making? Yes, look at this. From a period of imbalance and juggling, you are finally going to use all these creative energies of yours. Instead of putting into arguments and defensiveness and finding answers, you are going to create. That is how you're this Nine of Pentacles, because you have it in you to create and create something solid. Create something long lasting. This is something that you love doing. Maybe you had dreams of doing this with this person and that's why you're miffed. But no, just look at that. Just leave waiting for people and, wondering what to do and juggling so many things. Just work, pour in your energy into something that you love and create this abundance which you've already started creating. Maybe this person is someone at work or maybe at home whom you collaborated with. It's okay. They'll come around when the wheel turns. If they're meant to be, they'll come back. Believe in them possible. But create a space for them and you be happy. You be on a high vibe and everything will work out for you. And how can you manifest more beauty in your life? Instead of waiting, the Three of Wands is waiting energy. But it's also, instead of waiting for the ships to come in, you move out. You are being asked to step out of your comfort zone and do things which make you happy, to get in touch with your creativity, to build something. You've got 2 threes here, which is beautiful energy. All right? It is time for you to create, for taking things in your hand, moving out of your comfort zone, doing things to make you happy, and not being stuck on one argument that you've had, no matter how special that person was. This both minor arcana, things will change. Change is the only thing that is constant, and it will happen. Believe in the impossible. Now with the Peacemaker card here, the number 4 could be significant. And you get, it's time to make peace. You will get much farther on your path through kind acts and words than you will by forcing things or vengeance. Absolutely. This is it. So don't be stuck in this energy. This will change. Maybe you were on the right when this argument happened. You were on the right. They were not on the right. They were wrong. Let's just say they were wrong, but they didn't apologize and things went really bad. Okay, the fight is over now. They've gone their way. But you really, really loved them. Hold space for them. Wish them well and get on with your work. No, I'm not saying that you've got to say that you were wrong if you were right. If you know that you were right, try and look at things from their perspective and give them space. Maybe they will realize their folly and they'll come back to you. But if you are going to carry on saying something, then thereafter the fault will come on to you because you're making matters worse. So if this connection is really important, just hold the place, send them love and let them go. And you carry on doing what you are doing. You have so much of potential. They will come around. Believe in the impossible. They will. Surrender to the divine. Where you can't control things, know that the universe is working its magic. You cannot see it. And just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it's happening. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yes, this is full moon in Libra and everything is going to come just the way you want it, or even 10 times grander. But you need to come into balance, because Libra is all about balance. You find your balance and you just watch things happen. Magic will happen. All right. So that's all I have for you, pile number 5. Wishing you lots of love and light, and know that wonderful things are just waiting to happen. Just let go. Okay. Bye bye.